everyone. My name is Trisha Mehta. Today we are going to interview Ms. Monisha Mane Bhangale, who is a partner with Parinam Law Associates. She's a partner of the firm's commercial disputes team. Prior to joining Parinam, she has worked with firms like Juris Corp, ALMT Legal, and Crawford, Bayley and Co. During her career with ALMT Legal and while pursuing her LL.M in the UK, she had also trained at ALMT Legal's London office. She has more than 10 years of experience in the field of commercial litigation. She has advised and represented several pharmaceutical companies, celebrities, authors, media, and production houses in litigation concerning intellectual property disputes before various courts in India. Presently, she is also advising and representing one of India's largest pharmaceutical companies in defending a massive claim for damages before the London Court of International Arbitration. She has in the past played an active role in conducting the deposition of the Indian witnesses in relation to multi-million-dollar claim before the United States District Court at Seattle against the Indian company. Well, I could go on and on about your professional achievements, Monisha, but it's impressive how you've managed your work responsibilities and you've also taken care of your 4-year-old. How do you do it? I mean, how did you think about, becoming pregnant while you were doing so well at your work and you knew that taking a break could affect your promotion?
So, firstly, thank you, Trisha, for this lovely platform and thank you for this beautiful audience. I must say that things were not very easy, but I always wanted a work-life balance. I wanted a personal life. I wanted a life which I could go back to after work and some sort of personal gratification. So as to see that when I come back to work, I have good memories from home and I have somebody to go back to. So I always wanted to start a family and I wanted a balance. Whereas in profession, I excel. At the same time, I have someone to go back to. I have a family, I have a child. So that was always under the radar. I wanted to do that always.
Okay, that's amazing. But when you conceived, so how did you, communicate your decision to your partner, to the senior you were working with?
So I must say that it was not very easy because coming from a place where I had a team, I had superiors who used to look forward to when they used to give work, and there was a lot of happening at work. You've been a part of that profession and you know how things are in litigation. It is
Absolutely.
very unpredictable. And you never know when you're going to go back home, how things are going to be. Obviously, with a child, everything changes. It's not going to be the same, but at the same time you need to have a clarity in mind and you need to have your own so as to say milestones which you want to achieve irrespective of whatever else is there. Your personal achievements obviously matter, and I was as lucid as possible. I told them in very clear terms what I wanted to do, and I think they were more than very helpful. They were very forthcoming, and I was thankfully blessed with a good support, and they were more than happy for me to come back to work post my sabbatical, my maternity. And I think what is important is to be very transparent and be very clear, because what people do is generally they hide things or they are not clear in their mind what they want to do, and that is where I think the friction happens. So if you're clear and if you're good at what you're doing, you will obviously be valued wherever you go, and you will be more confident when you're taking such decisions. So I think your work really helps in that way. So if you have
I
been an
absolutely
asset,
agree. I
sorry,
agree.
yeah.
I'm sure your employers were so happy with you, with your work. They didn't want to let go of you. So they were very okay with you taking some time off from work and coming back whenever you feel it's convenient for you to join in and start performing again.
Yes, I think I have been very lucky in that aspect. I must definitely say that. I have been lucky, and they were looking forward to me joining back once my maternity leave was over, once my sabbatical was over. Because a lot of people don't understand. They feel that going on a maternity leave is a vacation. They come back
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, wow, you've been on a vacation, so now you must be ready to get back into work completely." It is not a vacation. It's an important decision that you have taken for yourself, your family. And you were also in motherhood struggling with a lot of things. I mean, it's a new birth, like it's a new birth that you have as a woman. So it is a difficult phase in life. There are good things, there'll be ups and downs, but having a good work environment definitely helps you in getting back to the workforce. Understanding, getting a good senior or superior, as I would say.
So, Monisha, while you were on a sabbatical, were there any concerns, apprehensions while you were sitting alone or with the baby that you've taken time off? of work. How were you addressing those apprehensions or concerns while you were alone at home, or how were you taking care of your stress? Like, how were you managing stress at home?
So to be very honest, I did have moments of self-doubt, because when you didn't have a child at home, you were in office typically like in a 13-hour shift or a 13-hour day, and you're practically doing the same thing every day, and you're all the time in the office. But as opposed to that, when you have a child and you're at home, things are very different. Your challenges are slightly different, I would say. So you will obviously be in that self-doubt that, am I doing the right thing? Will I be employed later? What is the purpose of my life? And you tend to have these negative feelings. But what really helps is that you need to motivate yourself. You need to look around and find such people who have been an inspirational story for you. Role models who have been mothers, or models in any way. I'm not saying just as motherhood, but any other way. You find other women, other men who are role models, and you need to find your own inspiration. When you find your own inspiration, you will find your own path. At the same time, you have to keep yourself abreast with the latest legal developments. You have to be updated as to what's happening around the world. I think these small steps help you eventually when you want to come back to the workforce. And as long as I think you do that and you have a support system, you be in contact, try to keep yourself happy, make sure that you're connected with your peers, your seniors. I think all of this helps during that phase.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go back to the same firm, that you keep, then you keep in touch with the partner or the people you worked with in the past, and just keep yourself updated with the matters that you've handled in the past.
Correct. Absolutely. Yes, I think that helps. And not only so much so in your organization, obviously your other friends, seniors who have helped you. Like in litigation, you have counsels, you have senior counsels, you have a lot of other people whom you meet. And I think being in touch with them really helps you, because it opens you to a lot of opportunities. They also help you they also help you in mentoring, because they also share their stories with you, and they tell you that how you can do things better. So all this helps you definitely eventually to come back.
Okay. And Monisha, can you also walk us through the decision-making process in transition from motherhood to re-entering the workforce?
Yeah, so coming back to workforce is something which I had always planned. So it was not that I never planned about it. When I took a sabbatical thing for motherhood, for maternity, I had always planned that I will eventually come back to my workplace, or any workplace rather. But it took some time for me to really jot down what are the things that I want to do, how I want to progress, how I want to do those things. And they were something which I had already planned, that this is what I'm going to do. But you have to go with the flow. You need to understand you can't have your entire life planned. You have to take each day as it comes, and everybody has to be a bit flexible. Like they say, you can have everything in life, but not at the same time, probably. So if you're not getting one thing done because you're doing something else, maybe either you're not getting that next promotion because you're not able to give that much time, or you're busy with your personal life, that's okay. Eventually, when you come back, you might be able to do more, and your productivity will increase, and maybe you will do a lot more faster things than what other people are doing. Someone might just get promoted maybe at the age of 26. Somebody might do really well at the age of 25. Somebody might have a career of only 30 years, and somebody might do really well till 80 years. So it doesn't matter. Each person's journey is different. And I think if you have something planned for yourself, you should take each day as it comes and learn from your experiences, and just keep going like a river, like keep flowing.
And also, I think we should not feel bad if the people we worked with, they've been promoted before we have, or adjusting to these things once you join the workforce after a long sabbatical, that also takes a toll on your mental health, I feel sometimes.
Yes, certainly. A lot of times we question ourselves that, look, X person was here and now that person has become my superior. Look, I am just here now. What is my future over here? But you don't know that person's journey. You don't know what that person's struggles are. Okay, that person probably got promoted now, but may not be having a long career like you do, right? So consistency is the key, and you have to keep trying hard, and you have to understand that your journey may be starting, or maybe that milestone or that big break might happen very late, but when it does, then you should be smart enough to understand the opportunity, and you must take the opportunity and then keep going. So even if you have a late start or somebody else is like going ahead, doesn't matter as long as you have a longer career.
Understood. Understood. So, any pivotal moments or any milestone in your journey from taking a sabbatical to becoming a partner?
Okay, that's a long period.
So, I mean, anything which will help women who are mothers already or who are in the process of becoming moms or who've already conceived, like when they join the workforce, any moments you want to share with them that helped you eventually achieve what you actually wanted to achieve?
See, I think the most important thing is there's a no-brainer that you need support. Nobody will tell you to go ahead and do something unless you have support. So if you are planning to have a child, or if you are pregnant, or you already have a young child at home, it's very important that you get the right kind of support. Support, I don't mean financial support. Of course, that is a plus point. If you have that support, that's really good. What I mean is family and relatives and extended family support. We are very lucky that we stay in India, and we have families, we have in-laws, we can afford a nanny, we can afford all that support. So if you have that support, by all means, you should take that support, because that is how you're going to get back to work sooner, if that is what you intend to do. If you don't want to get back to work, that is also fine. I mean, there's no rule that, that thing that everybody has to get back to work faster, and, we have to just exhaust our maternity and get back to work because that's what everyone is doing and I'll miss out on life. That is a very wrong principle. I feel to each his own. Your journey is different. You might feel fulfilled doing something different rather than getting back to work. So it just depends from person to person. So far as my experience or the milestone that I have had in my life, I mean, there were days when I used to think that probably, my child is not sick and I don't need to go to work, and how am I going to manage, because that mother's guilt or mom guilt is always going to be as a working mom, that maybe I'm not doing enough for my child and all. But there was a moment when my child came to me and told me that that XYZ's mom knows me because there was a matter in which I was appearing, or there was a newspaper article or a report on what I had done. And then when she came and told me, and she felt that, wow, my mom is doing something important, right? And she said that I want to be like you, mom, I want to go to work, I want to do this, I want to be. So that itself is like encouraging, right? Those are the
Moment
things
of
that
pride for you.
Correct, exactly. So those are the things which keep you going, and you feel that, yes, I mean, forget the entire world. When your child looks at you with that kind of respect and that kind of affection, that is a milestone in itself. I mean, work accomplishments, professional accomplishments are going to happen, and if you are working hard, that will happen sooner than later. But getting that kind of respect, from your family, from your child, I think means a lot. And of course, professionally, when I got an opportunity, I got a great opportunity to conduct this deposition, which I was doing with respect to a dispute in the US Seattle District Court. So we were actually opposing the depositions, the proceedings that were happening, and we were conducting some part of the deposition as well. So it was a great experience. And for that, I was actually traveling to Pune, and I was staying there every day for almost 5 days. We did the deposition, and all of that happened. My child also got to come with me. So, I had the freedom to get my child along, where I could spend the time professionally working. And after that, I could, spend some time with my daughter, take her around and all. So I think I managed to get that work-life balance, where professionally I felt very enriched that I was doing something so big and important, because it was a very big matter and it was a great learning experience. And at the same time, I had my child, my husband, to support me. So that was like a big thing for me. It was a milestone for me.
So, like only one advice for all the women who want to get married by while being in the profession, who want to eventually have children. Any one advice for these women to make their lives easy and to not worry about not worry about their careers when these changes happen in their lives?
I think you can achieve much more than you dream about, or you can achieve much more than you have ever imagined in your life if you only have the ability to never give up. So if you're a person with a fighting spirit, and if you have a strong go to that I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this for me, or for whatever reason you want to achieve something in life, that is going to be something inspirational and motivational for you to never give up. So one word that I would like to summarize the entire thing is be persistent and don't give up. No matter whether you have a good day or a bad day at work, at home, or any place, you should have an attitude of never giving up, and don't get overwhelmed. It's okay that things will not go as the way you have planned for. It's okay that things will not happen the way you have imagined them to happen. But if you keep going, and if you keep working, and if you keep never giving up on your dreams, eventually it will happen.
Everything will fall in place.
Correct. Eventually everything will fall in place and you will achieve much more than you have dreamed about. I mean, I could have never imagined coming back from my leave and then, thinking that I'll become a partner, or I would have a child, or I would have so many things that I would have never imagined. 15 years back, the person I was, if somebody asked me that somebody could do this, I would have said never. This can never happen only. This is not possible only. How can a person do that? But then, like I said, that you have to take each day as it comes. Keep achieving small milestones, and when you see the journey, you'll see where you are and how you have evolved through that.
Wow, what a beautiful end to our conversation, Monisha. Thank you so much for this enlightening discussion with us. Your insights have been incredibly valuable, and we really, really appreciate you taking some time off to share your experience with us. I'm certain that this interview will greatly benefit all the women in our field. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Trisha, for this lovely platform. And I hope after hearing me, even if like one person gets inspired, it would mean a great deal for me. And congratulations to your forum. They're doing great. And I hope, that they keep soaring high. And good luck to you all.
Thank you, Monisha.